Alright guys, thanks so much for your patience. We are here with the second game of the night, TCM Gaming. They just lost the game against Mousesports and they're now up against Fnatic.EU, who actually took out their North American brethren just one game prior over on Toby's stream, and they're looking pretty much on fire. If Fnatic.EU win this game also, which on paper should be possible, then they advance to the LAN finals. So without further ado, ladies and gents, let us jump into the draft. My name is Epi. Thank you so much for tuning into this stream. I know there's a lot of stuff going on right now at the same time. We got the good studio, we got Toby streaming, all the Star Ladder streams are up, and we have a whole bunch of other stuff going on tonight. So if you made it to this stream tonight, thank you so much, and thanks for your support. Here is the draft. I will try to keep it as concise as possible, even though for some reason I am in silly mode today. So, am I missing something? I feel like I forgot something. Oh yes, let me actually, I forgot about the viewer chat. So, Shazam, person in the chat that spammed the League of Legends code, you're banned. Shazam. Okay, here we are in the draft again. Fnatic.EU did a great performance against Fnatic NA, now against TCM Gaming. They are one down this group. So today we are in the first playoffs day, and we're going to find two teams that will actually advance to the LAN finals. One of them might be Fnatic.EU. They're looking very strong right now. TCM are the only ones that stand in their way of advancing to the LAN finals. Batrider taken out, so is Cardinal. Nyx Assassin still in the game. Question is, TCM, you want it? Do you want that Nyx, or what else do you want? A Darkseer, perhaps? Would you like the Darkseer? Phantom Lancer, so they are really trying their best, starting off with the cancer. I mean, I don't blame them for picking that hero, because Phantom Lancer at this point, alongside Keep the Light, the most controversial hero in the game. You know, I mean, look at the grand finals of the G League, and TCM. They know that Fnatic.EU probably have big advantage on them in terms of team play, in terms of individual skill, but if they have the Phantom Lancer on their team, they get a good start off on him, then they might very well be able to pull off an upset here. So I don't blame them at all for this pick, and Nyx Assassin still in the pool, and Fnatic.EU, they have it. They can go for that trade, but the first pick that they just chose was the Nature's Prophet, which is interesting because even though it does give you all that split push potential, and it gives you a lot of farming ability later on, especially in conjunction with the nuke, and then he also has a lot of DPS, and he's a natural sheepstick carrier. He isn't your typical first pick hero. I mean, back in the International 1 days, if there's anybody watching right now that was following Dota 2 back in the Dota 1 days, then shout out to you, but he was the first pick back then. Nowadays he really isn't. Nyx Assassin still in the pool. Fnatic.EU, they say, frick the frickin' Nyx, we're gonna go for Chen. So they got themselves two potential junglers to have, but Chen will be the obvious one. Nature's Prophet might very well be running the mid lane, for example, or the long lane solo. I personally am a big fan of the Nature's Prophet being run in the mid lane, because he will get a lot of experience, and the ganks are just super powerful, and he profits a lot off the early experience that he will get. Now, leaving the Nyx Assassin inside the pool though is interesting, to say the least. I mean, Fnatic.EU are a world-class team, don't get me wrong, but the question remains, why would you leave a Nyx in the pool? And why would you consider giving that Nyx to a team that already has a Phantom Lancer? Because on paper, Nyx Assassin gives a lot of space to your team. So if Nyx Assassin hits level 6 and immediately rotates from his lane onto the lane that the Phantom Lancer is on, he can create a crap load of space for that PL to keep on farming. And if PL is very farmed, he is one hell of a beast to take on, because his illusions don't give any gold or experience, but they push like hell. And Phantom Lancer doesn't even need to be where his illusions are, but instead TCM decided to go for Brewmaster and Rubik. So Brewmaster will be running the mid lane most likely, Rubik on support. And yeah, so now third pick for Fnatic.EU. Who knows how TCM will really run it, but it is very likely that we will see the Brewmaster soloing the middle lane, PL on an aggressive or defensive tri-lane, with Rubik being one of the supports. In the meantime though, let's go over the people in chat giving us some feedback. Champion telling us that Fly looked a bit rusty after his holiday. Let's see how he does this game. True that, my friend. I was able to follow Fnatic.EU on Toby's stream a little bit. Wasn't able to focus too much on it because I was doing some work on the side, but it looked. I mean, he was on holiday. That's true. So it only makes sense that he is looking a little bit rusty. Sickening Metamorphosis, saying that my volume is low. My volume is okay, but in comparison to other streams, it is low because I don't have the professional hardware that other streamers such as Toby is using. So I can understand if it's frustrating to watch my stream alongside someone else's stream because mine is a lot lower. But if you just watch my stream and you turn up your volume, then it's just fine. Anyway, show Scrubby, or show Scrubby. You have many ways in the pronunciation of your name, Mister, inside the chat. So great job on picking that nickname because it made me look like an idiot in at least one way just now. But he says, mega push incoming. I agree. Nature's Prophet, Chen, Tinker, holy crap. I mean, if you are banking on a Phantom Lancer to get fat, the one thing you gotta be wary of is the enemy team pushing a lot. So second ban phase going on. We got the Gyrocopter being taken off TCM Gaming. That's one hard carry that they don't want to go up against because he does quite well against illusions. And then Fnatic.EU, they take out the Darkseer. So second ban phase, always very interesting to watch. I will just shut my mouth and let you guys enjoy. Okay, I was just kidding. I was just kidding, guys. With all that push in there, TCM just need to get a support right now that has some kind of good nuke to stop some pushes. For example, Lina does good against Rubik. Not against, but with Rubik, because Rubik with the telekinesis has a reliable disable that can set up the Lina stun very well, which is awesome. Deals damage, disables even further, and is relatively hard to hit. Thus, your telekinesis comes in quite handy. Or like Leshrac also works well, and Lina and Leshrac, they both have a lot of magical damage and thus are good at stopping pushes. For example, that would be good. But Fnatic.EU right now are more afraid of a Shadow Demon, so they take out him, whereas TCM take out a Shadow Fiend. Hani's Shadow Fiend is ridiculous, and they are correct in their banning right now because Fnatic is missing a carry right now. A safe lane Shadow Fiend is quite powerful. Tinker in mid, of course, will that's the lane that we will see him going on in. So yes. Last ban now from TCM. I mean, going up against a team as skilled as Fnatic.EU, it is, I mean... Okay, I like that ban. I like the Lone Druid ban. We had Fnatic just spamming the ban button on Nyx Assassin. Now we have our second pick phase. TCM, they have a solo mid. They need a long lane solo if they put the Phantom Lancer on the safe lane, and they need another support. But you can put support slash jungler, even though Rubik is just too good to pass up on. So you gotta realize there's a potential and put another support hero in there, like a Lina or a Lion, and then a long lane solo, like for example a Windrunner. Good question in the chat from Wild Thing asking, anyone know why No Tail is still drafting now that Fly is back? No, I don't know. Oh, but Fett Lompe has the answer right away. Probably because Fly has been away for a week. That might be it. He's like, your metagame too rusted, bro. I have to draft. And I have no idea why I just did the accent of No Tail the way that I did. I don't even know where he's from. But he has a picture of a girl inside of his profile. Who is that? Is that his girlfriend? And what's the picture that Hani has going on inside his profile? Can I? Can't. Damn it. Damn it! I would have loved to just look at that guy's face here for a while. But Era has some Naruto going on inside his profile, and Trixie, he's got them diamonds going on. Clockwork now picked up from TCM. I like that. I like Clockwork for several reasons. One, he just needs levels, just get the experience up. He has the rockets for vision, so they can have a lot of map control, or potentially a lot of map control. And most importantly, he has his hook shot so that he can close the distance on a Tinker very quickly. So one thing that Tinker fears is heroes that are highly mobile in their initiation on him, such as Storm Spirit or Clock. So yes, not only do they secure themselves a good answer to the Tinker, who will be globally present after about 10 minutes, but they also have their long lane solo. Now, Shadow Shaman was the fourth pick for Fnatic. Enigma picked up from TCM with the immediate response pickup of the Lycan by Fnatic. And holy smokes, guys! Holy smokes! Fnatic, you're going for a insane push strat. I am excited. In case you can't hear, I'm excited. Lycan, Shadow Shaman, Tinker, Chen, and Nature's Prophet. Tower is going to be falling like crazy. It's going to be nuts. And it's still going to be interesting because it's risky. If it doesn't pay off, then TCM, look at their lineup. They have late game en masse. And if Fnatic.EU aren't able to execute their strat perfectly, then we might very well see an upset here. Very well might see an upset here. Lesh plus Meepo for Fnatic, called by Wild Thing. I would have loved to see that, but in the end, unfortunately not.
5 seconds remaining.
Alright guys, so here we are inside the game. If Fnatic.EU win this, then they qualify for the LAN finals for this RaidCall EMS One. Want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. We got Quicks playing the Clockwork. Toward the bottom we got Audio and Phantom Lancer, Raiko and Brewmaster. Blue player will be Blueberry Ninja on Enigma, and that leaves Burn on Rubik. Over toward Fnatic.EU side, who just took out Fnatic NA. We got No Tail on our Chen. Those micro skills will come in handy over there. Hanyo and Tinker. Then we got Fly just returning off a vacation on Shadow Shaman. And then we got Era on Lycan, which I very much like as a pick. And Trixie on Nature's Prophet. So he will head toward the long lane. In the solo mid we got Hanyo on Tinker, and we got a defensive tri-lane. Well, somewhat tri-lane. It's gonna be Fly supporting Arrow on Lycan, and No Tail inside the jungle with Chen ready to pop out at any point in time to wreck some towers, guys. We're gonna see some fast towers here. Shows Krubby, Ruby. Rat Dota featuring Push coming in. Cruiser 33, W2F is this? And then edited out Push. Alright guys, I hope you guys are as excited as I am. We got a pause going on, but that will not stop us. We got Quicks coming with an Observer Ward up here. So he is anticipating the Lycan doing some jungling action. And might want to block this creep camp here. But not so sure. Wild Thing now mentions that somehow TCM have minimal anti-push. It's okay. I think it's okay. I mean, if you compare, in general, TCM have a lot of anti-push. If you compare it to Fnatic NA's lineup and the type of push they have to offer, then it's not that much. Because, for example, a Brewmaster, even though he does a lot of AoE damage, he needs to get in close, and he doesn't want to do that if he has to move in onto a Troll Warlord, for example. Is it called a Troll Warlord? Those big trolls with a net. And the wards of Rasta, as they don't do any damage, or a Centaur, or the Wolves, or the Fear of a Sprout, and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, if you compare it to Fnatic.EU's lineup, then they don't have a lot of anti-push, to be exact. They have Enigma to go for some Eidolons, but isn't that much. They have the nuke from Rubik, they have the nuke from Phantom Lancer, which is single target, and they have the rocket AoE damage from the Clock, but he will need the levels to deal with that. And I have the feeling he will not see a lot of creeps early on, especially if he's on the long lane. So Quicks, I think he might be in trouble. But he already skilled up the power cogs right off the bat, so he knows that he will have to try to just keep the creep wave back. And he actually put all his items back. I don't know why. So are we going to see those power cogs? Let's go, Quicks. Let's go, buddy. He's not going to go for it. Not going to go for it. Ping going off from Pink. Got a ward placed down, watching No-Tail's every move, although it is not stopping any movement. We got dual jungle happening, guys. Tricksty on the small camp, No-Tail on the big camp. Quicks trading hits with Fly, eating a tango in the meantime. He's like, om nom nom, let's trade some hits, buddy. Middle lane, RaidCall on Brewmaster doing a lot in terms of blocking creeps. I don't know how exactly he did that because I didn't pay attention. Maybe it was due to the help of Blueberry Ninja. Alright, he probably denied a creep there, and that's why it pushed back so quickly. Hani, 2 for 2, and he did go for a pseudo bottle rush. So he did not only go for the regen plus 3 branches, but also 1 mantle of intelligence to help his last hit damage there a little bit. But still, just 2 last hits, 3 for 1 on Brew. But over time, I think that that Hani will be just fine. His highest priority right now is just survive and get gold, get those boots of teleportation up, boots of travel up, and up here we need some support from Fnatic.EU to start stacking those ancient camps. We got the rotation from No-Tail now already, but he's being scouted up by the ward up here, so he does have his smoke. All right, there's the ping. That's a very cool ward placement here from TCM. That's a very good ward. What else do we have going on? Chen isn't really finding the ward, and yeah, this is a good position. So it essentially blocks, essentially escapes both true sight ranges, and now Chen feels safe to go in. And was the smoke not scouted out by Quicks, because he's very aggressive? He's gonna go down. That ward, so awesome, but still doesn't help him. He actually runs upwards, so that might actually did help him out because the troll is too far out. But Trixie TPs in, goes for the body block. Is he gonna get it? Nah, they're running, they're chasing each other. He doesn't have this bro. Quicks right now got the upper end of it, but now No-Tail comes in. He goes for the block. Out go the cogs, and he gets shackled by a huge range by Fly. Why does he not get pushed back by the cogs? I don't know, but it don't matter as the first blood actually goes to Fnatic.EU, and right afterwards, Brewmaster actually secures himself a solo kill on Tinker. So, maybe Hani was busy watching the first blood attempt. I don't know. Shout out to you guys in the chat for being funny. Calicot and the Liquid Courage. I would like to have some Liquid Courage right now, but I can't. But later on, after this cast, it's already pretty late in good old Germany, but after this, the RaidCall EMS casts, I need to head to the office to do some more work, and it's really late here, so I hope that everything starts on time. I had to leave work on time today because I wanted to be home on time to start casting these. But there was still a lot of work to be done, and oh, Hani middle lane. Right, was like, alright, you lasered me, I can't attack, I might as well cancel and run back. So that's a man right there, knowing that it is of no use to try and physically damage a Tinker after he lasered you. But TCM losing no time, pressuring that tier 1 already, and that's gonna go down 4 minutes in. That's a decent, very decent timing for that push. 29 last hits on our PL, 4 minutes into the game. So 4 times 6, that'd be 24, which is less than what he has. There's no last hits right now, so PL looking very good. Alright, now Fnatic.EU, they want to get the piece of that push cake. I mean, look at their lineup. They have the pushing lineup. They should start pushing right now. Quicks level 5, Regen Rune in the bottle. Tinker level 5, 18 for 12. And 17 for 2 on Brew. Hani doing a good job in the middle lane. And Audio being very far out. Top lane. Chase going after Quicks. The net goes out. Cogs get used. He might be safe, but there's the shackle once more from Fly. But I don't think there will be any follow-up, so it will just be the tier 1 eating a lot. I don't think they will be able to bring down the tier 1. Or will it be? Perfect timing for the glyph here. This Howl might wear out before the glyph even is ready. No, wears out now. So they got about 1 or 2 attacks with the bonus damage from Howl out, and yes, I underestimated the pushing potential from Fnatic.EU. They take their first tier 1 before that support creep wave arrives. Got a TP coming from Trixie. Shackles up the clockwork. He's out of mana. Fly's coming in. Good body block into the shackle. The net is not ready from Dark Troll Summoner, but still the damage is there. And Fnatic get their second kill of the game, 2 for 1 right now. And both times they got the kill on the Clockwork, and now they want to get the tier 2. And there's that pushing power already coming out in terms of Fnatic, and that's a good strategy because Hani is not participating in the push, which means he profits off all the space he gets from the rotations of TCM Gaming, which means quicker BOTs, which in turn means more pressure on TCM. Oh my goodness, what mind games. But Fnatic backing out for now, so maybe I got a little bit overexcited here. Void Zero, I agree. I agree. How did Tinker die one-on-one against a Brewmaster? I don't know. It's like, you have laser, you have physical invulnerability for a while, your health pool is okay, you have a ranged attack, he only has a massive flail, and you still dived him. So, I honestly think that Hani was watching the first blood attempt on Clockwork, and he's like, this is awesome. Damn it, I died.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Cruiser 33, I'm done with Fnatic. They pick a pushing lineup and they don't get the tier 1 first. It's fine, bruh. It's okay. Don't worry, their push gonna come. Their push gonna come in a while. Trixie going for the Midas also. Top lane. Era by now capable of just sustaining his own farm. What is this coming out? I think he's bottle crowing. Yeah. So Hani only goes for the soul ring first, and now he needs again 2k gold, and then he will have it. Level 8 on Brewmaster, and he put 5 points into skills, which means 3 points into stats. That is, we don't see that very often. I mean, I'm a fan of Drunken Brawler, but also the Drunken Haze, so you know, he has a lot of alcoholic skills, but he doesn't choose to go for them. Instead he goes for stats, which is odd.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But oh well. Bottom lane Trixie, all he can do is hang back and soak up experience. Rubik level 5. Let's actually compare the support levels here. That's always a good indicator of how things are going.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So things are pretty even, and we even have the Brewmaster out-leveling the Tinker, which is probably due to that solo kill. But other than that, we are looking even. Entirely even. TCM, so far, doing a very good job against Fnatic.EU, and I think that's against all odds. I don't think that many people that are spectating this game have expected that TCM would fare this well against Fnatic.EU, so let's go to the goal per minute. The warding from the Dire side is pretty solid. They have a lot of vision, top and mid, sorry. So that's giving some space for Era to farm, and also for the Tinker. So bottom lane is essentially abandoned, and that's where the warding from TCM comes in. They are going to be placing a lot of pressure on this tier 2, and they already have been applying this type of pressure. As you can see, it's sitting just below half HP. Again, we got Trixie coming in. He does have his ulti ready, and he spawns 4 Treons to slow things down a little bit. Ping goes out toward the top lane, so Fnatic are probably wanting to trade a tier 2 for a tier 2, but already the rocket from Clockwork is coming out, and he's securing himself that spot sitting underneath the tier 2 tower. But with all that pushing power coming in from Fnatic, I don't think that he'll be able to stop it all by himself. The question is which team will be able to push it faster. Trixie gets forced back on the top lane. Oh, Quicks, gotta be careful. Fly now finally gets pushed back after he gets 2 very improbable shackles on the clock. And yeah, with the Howl, there really isn't a lot that he can do about this. I mean, the tier 2 tower takes damage way too fast. As you can see on the minimap, the tier 2 for the bottom Dire side still doing well. We got the ulti being thrown out from Chen for the hell of it to heal up his creeps and heal up his allies. Support TPs coming in, 2 of them at the time. Lycan gets the last hit. Vern is here. Telekinesis, rocket flying in. Blueberry Ninja has the ulti ready, and he completely whiffs it! Era gets out, no tail, just fine, and the ping from Quicks. I don't know why, but that was pretty unfortunate. And here's Hani going to the Ancients to complete his his boots of travels. And that's just perfect calculation for Fnatic. They've been doing this for a while. This is not the first time that they've been doing this, because after those two Ancients down there, Hani will have exactly enough gold for his BOTs. Instead, he chooses to take that one. In the mid lane, in the meantime, Brewmaster goes for the ultimate. Trixie in trouble, so is Fly. He eats a big rock to the face. Quickspanner pulls him in and starts whacking away. But he'll get sent back by Chen just in time, and Clockwork dies right afterwards to Chen. And the Panda ultimate needs to run away because it seems like both Pandas already dead. Just the Earth Panda survived. Blueberry Ninja comes in. He would love to have an ultimate at this point, but still, what a turnaround from Fnatic. Chen sends back the Rasta just in time and then proceeds to kill the Clockwork. No-Tail looking fabulous this game. And I'm not even embarrassed to use that adjective to describe him and his play. Freaking fabulous. We got Roshan being surrounded by wolves, ursas, and trees. All sorts alike. If Era goes with his howl right now, then he's just gonna melt. There we go.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
11-minute Roche. Only 4 kills this entire game, but already Fnatic taking control. Look at that gold difference. And so is the experience. But the big question is, how is PL looking? Has the most farm on the map up at this point. The chicken, what is it delivering? Almost a full diffusal blade. He has a full diffusal blade. He just needs to go to the side shop, but the courier is drunk and just keeps on flying past. And we will follow the courier because he might actually head toward his own death. In the end, it turns out no, he's heading toward the side shop to complete the diffu and then send it back. So not drunk at all. Middle lane though. Nuke goes on to Clockwork. He throws out a rocket in turn. Fnatic want to continue pushing. They need to push. This is all them. They have to do this. No-Tail. Telekinesis onto Era. Stuns onto No-Tail. And Enigma turned it off for some reason though, because it's Hani coming in. So much burst damage. Shadow Shaman gets a kill to Rubik. And they make quick work of this tier 1 tower immediately. We got Brewmaster still here, and that's that pushing power. I mean, look at this. It is freaking ridiculous. Look at that. So much pushing power from Fnatic.EU's side. They're not going to stop, and they better not, because they have so much power. Haste now and Tinker. Big room control, big map control. And rockets flying out from Tinker, and now the tier 2 taking some punishment. And you cannot fight under this March of the Machines. You simply cannot. It doesn't work. It is too much damage. And yeah. What? Tinker died on bottom. I am so sorry. I thought he just TP'd back to base and replenished his mana. I didn't want to miss any action down here. The tier 2 tower goes down, and Fnatic still pressuring. Blink in, and a Hex on the Brewmaster. Fly, looking for the Shackles. They're going to get it. No. Oh, he was scared. He turned around there for a second. And Hani actually died solo to this guy here, who already has the Diffusal Blade. So he did use one charge to get that kill. So, as like a detective, we need to kind of recreate what happened. Hook shot from Quicks actually misses. When you see me, GG, says No-Tail, next puppy. Incoming. Man, this is a pretty action-packed game. Even though we only have 6 kills so far, Fnatic.EU is pouring on the pressure. They want to make some quick work of TCM, but they are refusing to fall right now on the back of this Phantom Lancer, who's sitting at 452 gold per minute, up against Hani's 420 gold per minute. And he's looking for a 4-staff. No, it might even be a Dagon. Greasy the Mat is welcome, man. He's like, just created an account to say this is the most epic black hole ever. So there you go. Your account creation was not in vain, my good friend. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you for participating on the stream. Might as well follow my stream, hit the heart, which means you will essentially follow my stream and be notified whenever the next RaidCall EMS One match comes up, or the Big Point Battle, or the ISO Cup, or Star Ladder Season 5. All these things I cover depending on how much time I have. So please support me, guys. I'm thankful for you tuning in. Also follow me on Twitter at Epic Commentary. That'll be very nice of you. Good ward placed down by No-Tail underneath the smoke. Only Arrow showing of himself at this point, and we have 2 fights about to break out here. Blink in, stun, or the slow nuke, and then the ulti onto No-Tail. Fly hanging back, and No-Tail throws out his mech and his ulti in turn. Will it be enough? Audio is here. Then another rock hits Chen in the back of the head, and now flying trouble gets slowed down, and the Purge is here. Poor Shadow Shaman gonna go down. Nothing he can do. TP in from Hani. He might be in trouble though. Fly still alive. War traps himself and shackles. Raikou needs to turn around and go for the fight. Audio might catch too much damage. Trixie TP's in just in time to get the kill there. Fnatic.EU such great coordination in the team fight. Raikou gonna be safe though. Blinks away from the rocket. The damage is not gonna be there, and now he needs to be careful because the rotations are coming in. Trixie might be cutting off his escape route, but no, he decides to go for the neutral farm. But the PL kill for Fnatic was the one thing that made this not a total disaster, and they're not done yet. They want to keep on going. Trixie coming in with barely any items, just the Midas. Oh! Blind TP in from Hani. Nukes get thrown on. Vern almost in trouble here, but they need to back out. That is another tower going down the way of Fnatic. Enigma died down here to Nature's Prophet, so I was just watching chat, but you guys probably saw on the screen. 6-4 for Fnatic. No-Tail, really making sure he and his teammates survive for such a long time. Era on low life, but he has the Aegis, so he does not give 2 hoots. 2 hoots, that again, Toby vocabulary coming through. Sorry guys. Jarara, you want to see the net worth? There you go. Tier 2 now pressured. Mech goes out once more from No-Tail. That is this tower certainly going down. And that's a 4-staff now on Tinker. So not going for a Dagon. Could have been cool for him to pick up the Dagon. He has many targets there. Hani 4-staffs himself away, but I think the mobility from Tinker way too important. All these marches coming in. That gives so much space for Fnatic to continue their push. But on top we have the split push going on from the Phantom Lancer, and this is why this hero is so feared. And we actually have Fnatic remaining on bottom for quite a while. Audio now runs away from the middle lane, and he's pressuring 2 lanes at once, so he's doing a pretty good job fulfilling the role of a Phantom Lancer. 6-4, and as I said, Fnatic, they got to make sure that they win, or they utilize their lineup to their full potential, because right now they are sitting at just below 10,000 gold advantage. Experience also going slightly their way, but overall, man, I gotta say, TCM way not out of this, and especially with a great initiation like this, Era forced to just throw out the ulti and then run away because No-Tail is dead. Even though the mech and the ulti keeps him alive for quite a while, it will not save his life entirely, and Era needs to run away. He already has a Necrobook. I think it was Necrobook level 2. Yeah. But, man. Look at that Phantom Lancer. I mean, we all know what that hero is capable of, so... Hani gets out just in time. Blueberry Ninja in the middle lane has his mech completed by now, but as you can see, only boots no treads as we usually see on Enigma players, and that leads to the fact that he's only sitting at 870 HP. So either he will complete up his treads or we'll go for the Blink Dagger right away. But all in all, TCM, they need that last puzzle piece of the black hole inside of their game to be able to fully take on Fnatic. If they get that Blink Dagger up on Enigma, I think they have a good chance. They already have the Blink on Brewmaster, some good fight initiation, and it already forces Fnatic into a playstyle that they might not have wanted to be forced into.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Vern bottom lane might be in trouble. Hani 4-steps himself in there. Laser, Chen heal stolen by Rubik. That is what going. Oh man. That is what is going to save his life, is what I'm trying to say, guys. Yes, S37, Statman Bruno really is Ice Frog. I don't know why people don't believe it, but it's true. Up here, Peel Illusion. Gonna prep the push for TCM. That's some great movement by them. On the bottom lane, we got Fnatic again applying some pressure. I mean, TCM, they don't have any towers left, but As you can see, the outer towers are completely fine from TCM, and that's just a testament to how well they've been adapting to Fnatic.EU's play. And perhaps right now some voices inside Fnatic.EU's heads are telling them that they might have picked the wrong strat. But I think it's still way too early because the pushing potential from Fnatic.EU is still very powerful, as you can see coming inside the middle lane right now. Necrobook level 3 coming in. Oh boy. Push coming in. Fnatic, Hani layering up those marches. Down goes the wards, and that's that pushing power. In comes Brewmaster, loses no time, throws out the ulti. Era throws out his in turn. Chen Heal gets forced out. He gets taken out of the fight though, sent back. Oh man, Black Hole's there. Does catch Era. Blueberry Ninja gets focused down. He's going to get bursted down by No Tail's ulti. And 3 heroes already dead for TCM, none dead for Fnatic. But now we will probably have Nyx's Prophet dropping to Audio, who already has the Diffuse level 2, as well as his Vitality booster. But Fnatic not stopping. TP from Hani, he's coming in. No Tail's here, so is Strixie. Again, 4 heroes from Fnatic up there. And down here we got Audio about to flank in, but he's almost out of mana. Rick! Oh man, RaidCall gets taken out, buys back immediately. Now the glyph gets forced. Audio defending the bottom lane. He needs to help his team. He needs to defend that push. Again, RaidCall goes in. He tries his best. Audio throws out his lance. There really isn't that much he can do though. Just sends in his illusions. Do some damage, but the March again does so much work. The barracks are gonna get attacked. Is this Fnatic.EU just overpowering their opponent? I'm not so sure. RaidCall comes in once more. The Blink Dagger ready, goes in, initiates, Fly, eats a lot of damage, turns around, but he gets focused down. Burst damage from Fnatic.EU, just way too strong. TCM follow up, not there in time. Now Blueberry Ninja out of position. Era comes in, goes around, he gets Shackle, and Enigma gonna go down. Now we got Quicks on the run back. Is there gonna be anything he can do? No, he throws on a rocket. And I don't think that there's anything that TCM have left to offer in terms of their defense of the middle barracks. Era, he's very low on HP, that's fine, but still we got 5 seconds and some mana issues until Chen has the mech done. But Fnatic.EU are truly gonna retreat out now. They got the tier 3 though, so that's a victory for them, and they traded better in terms of kills. But who didn't go down is the PL, so, and he has a Yasha, so he is getting big, that is for sure. It is official. Epi has been boozing with Calicut. Nope. I wish I could hang out with you guys and booze up a bit. Maybe we'll get the chance at one of those events when you guys will also be there. I love Dota 2 not only for the game, the mechanics, the strategy, and the new age chess game that it is, but of course also for the community. And you know, it's not full of haters. Although of course Dota 2 has its haters like any other community, but I mean, I met some of the most intellectual and nicest people in Dota 2 that I've ever met in my life. So I hope to meet you guys on some LAN events. If you recognize me on a LAN event, just come up and say hi. I'd be very happy about that. I like to interact with Dota 2 fans and people that enjoy the competitive scene as much as I do. So don't be afraid. Just come say hi, and I will do my best to help improve your experience of whichever event we're at, if I can help it. Show you around a bit, maybe introduce you to some players or something. But yeah, looking forward to meet you guys sometime around. But I don't know why I think about that when I hear me boozing with someone. Oh well. Fnatic.EU now rotating into the Roshan pit. Immediately gets scouted out by the Clockwork though. Enigma ulti, 10 seconds, 14 seconds, they gotta go. This is their chance to turn this around. Fnatic.EU still hanging out. Blueberry Ninja, oh my goodness. Could this be it? Hook shot in. Fnatic Fly, he's gonna get bursted down immediately. Blueberry Ninja sets up the mid-lane pulls. Chen Heal goes out. Is there gonna be a black hole? He doesn't really need it. Era still in there. In the ultimate form, Blueberry Ninja is being very patient, but now he throws out the black hole. The right-click damage is gonna come in, and this will be a big, maybe a big turnaround, but I already see 2 heroes down from TCM. Enigma goes down also. Only now we got Lycan dropping. Audio in the middle of it. Fly gets slowed down. He's gonna get focused by all the illusions and all the rest, but look at all these marches doing so much damage. Hani's here, so is Trixie and No Tail. And now Risco or RaidCall as well as Audio get forced out. It looked so promising for TCM, but the power of Fnatic.EU seems just too powerful. I do not understand it. That looked so good for TCM. And there's that Aegis now on Lycan, and they will just go mid and push out. I don't understand, but again, Audio didn't drop. He only died once this entire game. Level 17. 2.8k gold. This will be his heart. Pretty soon. TP back now from PL. He needs more time though. He needs more time, more farm until he is even close to being capable of taking on Fnatic's lineup. They are so far ahead on gold and items and experience and levels. Now again the push coming in. There's a DD rune on PL though. It's gonna wear out in a bit. Fly, hook shot, ult used by Era. But all of TCM solo, they burst down the Brewmaster and they kill Clockwork. Buyback used by Clock. Where's the PL? He's gonna get focused down. He drops. He does have a buyback and uses it immediately. Fnatic going in toward the Rex, but first they go through the Enigma as well, who also buys back. So this is now a desperate attempt from TCM to defend this. But the melees go down. Finally, Fnatic.EU successful in finishing their job.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Stun out onto Era. They rotate down toward the tier 3 on bottom. Blueberry Ninja throws out the midnight pulse to slow down them a little bit. Try to do a little bit of damage at least. Laser Dagon, right click, not enough. Good attempt by Hani here. Chen Heal goes out. Audio in the midst of this. Do they have disable? They don't freaking need it. Just some trees around him and some nukes. And he's done. No buyback. Bottom racks down. And Fnatic.EU, it might be safe to say that they advance to the RaidCall EMS One LAN finals. Hook shot, ulti by Brew. They want to have some more fun.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, they take out Hani after he bursts down Enigma to about -1 HP. Still no GG call by TCM, even though the Mega Creeps are up.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Beautiful performance here by Fnatic. Very beautiful performance here by Fnatic, showing us a great push strat, ending in the game 28 minutes into the game, I'd say. Black Hole again whiffed by Blueberry Ninja.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Vilat. Cruiser 33 saying something toward the very end here. I think we will see Fnatic running Lycan a bit more. Remember Notail saying he's been thinking about it, so you might be right. It works very well so far. The push strat worked out very well, and we see the Ancient dropping from TCM, and this means Fnatic.EU secure themselves their second victory here in the RaidCall EMS One playoffs, day number 1. First team, I think, to secure themselves a spot in the LAN finals. So, endgame screen, where you at? There you are. Now, I'm gonna go deal with that exit or well, leave game bug that we have. So, in about 5 to 10 minutes, we'll have the last game of the night coming up. That will be TCM Gaming versus Fnatic NA. So let's see how that one's going to go. But Fnatic.EU for now, congratulations on your second victory. I think you guys are moving on to the LAN finals. I'm pretty sure of that. So anything else worth mentioning? No, the push strat worked out perfectly. TCM, they did have the Phantom Lancer. Audio did play a great game. In the end, it wasn't enough. So good job. Congratulations to Fnatic.EU. Thank you guys for tuning in. Follow me at Epic Commentary, please. If you want to check out the VODs, they will be available on my Twitch right after the broadcast and later on YouTube/joinDOTA.Epi, one word. And yeah, Game 3, Fnatic NA versus TCM Gaming coming up next.